Sorry, welcome to Khazan. Mic was not working. Now it's fine. Now it's still not fine, but I managed somehow. I'm getting a new mic tomorrow. Hopefully that will work better and I don't have to shout while leaning in and you guys can hear me properly. What are they eating? Should I interfere? Nah, fuck it. Let them enjoy, each to his own. My clothes are so cool.
Why was this awful place in the fastest route?
Am I running in circles? Yep. Oh no, no. No! Luckily I didn't die. What is this problem? All these fucking suicidal bats. Another world energy. Hell yeah, we have got that main character energy. Zig zigga. We did that shit. And we did this stuff in last episode. Oh, fuck it out.
Barrel bomb set. It'll take care of the spiders.
How do I open the door? What's this stage called, first of all? Strange stench. Now let me wait and see. Who is this, fighting cowboy? Fuck this guy.
What is happening? Welcome.
I'm joking, I didn't
What
actually
is
dislike
happening?
him.
Welcome back to the walkthrough.
I want to, but I'm not that. I am petty, but I'm not that.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 5 of our 100% walkthrough 4, as well as the poison. Because it looks like that's going to be really helpful. There you go. The small spirit ore, very, very useful. It does give you those spirits. We're gonna go back up again. Got demolished in seconds. The saltier dust. We're gonna continue. Go up.
Yeah, we did that.
Up again.
We did that.
We should unlock here, of course. These dudes, all dead. Except this guy. This guy just spawned out. You can't count this guy with that look. Just come on. Don't bother me. And now we're gonna go up. Get ready to block and stay here. If you fall down here, you're gonna fall on the previous ledge and you'll be good. Hey, begin. You're gonna fall down.
Well, I want to watch this one.
Well, I thought of that and thought it is a good idea. If it is, this is one of the most annoying missions in the game. Anyway, go all the way up. Grab yourself another world energy. Now we have 5 units. Very nice.
Nice, nice.
Go here. Gonna just touch the shortcut.
Huh?
No, in my face, boy. See these bats? This is actually a very, very strong enemy. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna hit him once. Do this. We're gonna.
How did he go upstairs?
Face, boy. Go ahead, man.
touch and go outside. Okay. Thank you, I'm just human. Do I watch this video? Let's watch
Found
it.
his wife's Instagram. It's the most humiliating thing I've ever seen. Piers Morgan's wife, I kid you not, she's on Instagram repeatedly posting with other men and insinuating that she's
Here, you guys can watch it too.
Piers Morgan's wife, I kid you not, she's on Instagram
Pure and filter
repeatedly
crunch, are you
posting with
sure?
other men and insinuating that she's having sex with them. Wurzelroot posted it on Twitter. She says something like, when my husband is away, Mr. Suds comes out to play. And it's a picture of a giant black guy in a Speedo washing her car. There's another
Nowhere.
one. She's taking a picture pointing at a guy and implying she's going to suck the... That's
No
two.
way.
That's two of the There's a news story that said she went on a 6-week sabbatical from her marriage with Piers to go have sex with other men.
In this video, I want to walk you through what unfolded on Nick Fuentes' latest show, Zona's on-air moral authority and the broader cultural image, so contradictions between Piers's on-air moral authority and the broader cultural image surrounding his marriage.
Does Piers even have a moral authority? He's like a fucking retard who keeps on screaming shit like, how dare you? Do you know this is evil? Do you know this is evil? Do you know how ridiculous you sound? That's all he does. He is no moral authority.
This wasn't just another insult-driven rant. It was a calculated, ideological takedown that Nick framed as a broader critique of Piers Morgan's masculinity and hypocrisy.
Black America is 2 years after what Nick said.
Before I continue with Nick's own words and framing, let me explain why this moment matters. According to Nick Fuentes, in his own words, Piers Morgan has positioned himself as a judge and someone who always wants to lecture others about values, responsibility, and social decay. Nick Fuentes seized on that image and dismantled it to the ground in this video. Before I continue, I would like you to subscribe to this channel for more wonderful videos like this.
No,
Talk show on television with rubber gloves saying, honey, I just finished my chores. I love powerful women. I should have done my research. I didn't even think to do that because I'm not that guy. He asked me to come and do the show. I did it. But this is the guy that's attacking me for being an incel. This is the guy that's telling me, well, you're just a dinosaur, huh? Okay, what are you, buddy? What are you, a cuck? I mean, I had his number. I said, it's Chads and incels that know what women are. It's beta male orbiters like you that don't seem to get it. He's on his second marriage. He's getting cucked by his wife. It's insane. No wonder. So typical. Some big, fat, old, white guy who's a total pussy-worshipping simp, and his wife is out there publicly humiliating him in front of God and everybody in the whole world. And he's going to go on TV and give me his position.
why does he keep picking up on his nose? That's just distracting, man. Don't do that, Nick.
Women, who would be listening to you? Do you think any man wants to be
This.
in front of him? And I had his just a dinosaur, huh? Okay, and incels that know what women are. It's beta male orbiters like you that don't seem to get it. He's on his second marriage. He's getting cucked by his wife. It's insane. No wonder. So typical. some big fat old white guy who's a total pussy worshipping simp, and his wife is out there publicly humiliating him in front of God and everybody in the whole world. And he's gonna go on TV and give me his...
Why do you do this thing? Huh? Let's watch it in slow motion. Playback speed.
And his wife...
Why do you do this?
Out there publicly humiliating him in front of God and everybody in the whole world. And he's
Oh, look, this.
gonna go on
This.
TV
Don't do
and
this.
give me his
This.
bleeding
Don't do this.
in front of God and everybody in the whole world. And he's gonna go on
Yuck.
TV
Man, how old are you?
give me his position on women. Who would be listening to you? Do you think any man wants to be in your position? Absolutely not. Do you think young men would take advice from you about women? Why? So we could be humiliated? Are you kidding me? People would rather be a 27-year-old virgin than be 60 years old on your second marriage, getting ritualistically humiliated by your wife, talking about cheating on you with every and any man that she meets.
True.
Obviously. That's why the young people are finished, because we look at the boomers and say, fuck that. And I can't speak from experience because this is not the case with my parents, but I know for a fact a lot of the young men resent the older generation because
Same here.
this is the structure. All of the young men, their dads are all weak. You know, my dad is a tough guy. He was like a street tough in the old days, and he's ethnic. You know, he's Mexican. He's half Mexican. His dad was like a drug addict. Okay, he's from the streets. He's an OG. It is the story of most of these Gen Z guys, and even Gen Alpha now too. Their parents are Gen Xers, millennials, and they're total pussies. And where a lot of the resentment comes from is the young men look at their dads as these like weak, emasculated, soft-spoken. They're not men. And they see the way their mothers walk all over their dad. And that's where the resentment comes from. That's true in a lot of cases. You know, it's not to say that these young
When
guys...
does he talk about Pierce's
Sure,
marriage?
they love their parents, but that is the arrangement. Because that is the mantra of these older generations. You know, in the old days, the men were men. They were fucking dangerous. The boomers, the silent generation, the greatest generation, they would lives. And I'm not saying I support that, but like they were dangerous. They were men. They were violent. They were volatile. They drank.
I still am.
They fought in fucking wars. So,
I don't-
Yeah, they were straight up beasts. That's how the older generation was. And the wise were
Mr. Beast, baby.
afraid of the men. Then it got inverted, and now all these guys that went to college and then got married, they're totally emasculated. And they lived through that, and now they split the chores, and they defer to their wives, and the mantra's happy wife, happy life, and they're like these grinning doofuses suppressing any kind of masculine impulse. And that's where a lot of the resentment comes from. And I don't know anything about Piers Morgan. I only remember him from The Celebrity Apprentice. I don't know that much about him. But now knowing that he's a cuck, that explains literally everything. Because that's the part that he really got mad about. Like, when he got pressed at the end, it was about the women stuff. At the end of it, he's like, so you're just a real misogynist, aren't you? Oh, very good. So you're just... He actually got mad because he is just, like, ideologically a pussy-worshipping simp. Many such cases I should have known. I clocked him. So anyway, I don't know what young guy would want to grow up and...
again.
I clocked him. So anyway, I don't know what young guy.
What is his problem with his nose, man? Come on.
So anyway, I don't know what young
Jesus
guy would
Christ.
want to grow up and be
Yuck.
anywhere near.
So, back to the matter at hand. Nick begins by setting the tone
Fuck off.
for debate, but more immediate is why alternative he framed to worldview, positional vision, via cup.
On sex. When it comes to that sort of thing, I'm beyond that. I've told you I'm beyond sex. I had
What?
sort of thing, I'm beyond that. I've told you I'm beyond sex.
Even if it's with a supermodel or something. I'm also beyond that, but only if she is below 9 or 9. I have very high standards. 9 or 10, then I'm okay. If it's below, no. She must have blonde hair and blue eyes. Or red hair and blue eyes. And she must be super nice, super kind, whatever.
I had some girl.
Not whatever, but this. I have very, very high standards.
Because I get proposition now all the time on email and on Twitter. And some girl was like, I love that you're saving yourself for marriage. It's like saving myself for marriage, like I'm a girl. Girls save themselves for marriage because they have purity like that. It's like I'm beyond sex. That's what you don't understand. I'm beyond that. I'm beyond that sort of thing.
For me, it's like I'm not beyond. I'm beyond sex, but not in relationships. When I'm, and that has to be really, really high level, 9 or 10 level girl with specific features.
So it's sort of,
God has to create her in a laboratory, especially for me. That's how. Physically attractive and emotionally, mentally also.
to get laid. That's against the rules. Like that's not actually
Eastern Europe.
what gives his appeal power is when you treat it like it's serious. And what I mean by that is I've seen a lot of people lose against Piers Morgan because they get psyched out and they treat it like they're in a court of law. They're sort of like meek, and Piers is thundering from the dais like he's the judge and the jury and the executioner, so giving these moral pronouncements. And I see a lot of people in the interview sort of shrink away, and they go, oh, okay. And you have to treat it with contempt. He's a tabloid journalist. He's a bad faith, sloppy tabloid journalist. And I don't say that to be...
True, basically, he said right.
I like the guy. I thought it was a good interview. That's just what he is. And so you can't psych yourself out. You're not in a court of law. You're not on the record. You didn't swear an oath. You're not sitting before a judge. You're on a tabloid show. It's a circus. He brings on the biggest idiots, and then they yell and scream at each other. It's like, it's a giant free-for-all.
True, I said it before.
And Rabbi Shmuley and some other person, and then they yell at each other for 2 hours while Piers collects...
Yeah, I watched that debate actually. That's the first time I watched this show. That and Andrew Tate's interview, where he had Rabbi Shmuley and one Palestinian guy, and both were yelling at each other. And he was making money off the war.
Well, Piers collects the advertising, and
Yeah.
people go on the show and they go, oh, I didn't mean what I said. Oh, I feel sorry. And so going into it, my strategy was, I have contempt. You have contempt for me. I have contempt for you. I'm not under oath. You're not a judge. This is a tabloid show. This is a joke. So that's where I saw a lot of people go wrong, because I've seen people fail miserably on a show.
True, most things in life are just jokes. Fucking hell. If you take too seriously, it all just goes to shit.
And it was because they kind of gave up the frame, and they're trying to win over Piers. Like I said, like he's the judge. They're pleading with him. You can't plead. It's like, this is a tabloid. You don't have moral authority over me. Who are you? So you turn it into you clip farm. You turn it into a silly thing. You have as much contempt for it as he has for you, and you match. You match the. I'm like, do you hear yourself?
And what do you mean by Hitler is very fucking cool? Because I think he's very fucking a monster.
Okay. And that's a clip. I think he's very fucking a monster. Do you hear yourself?
Yeah,
I mean,
do.
can we all grow up?
I do.
Can we all grow
He
up?
murdered
That
12
is just
million people.
childish. It reminds me of that clip. Remember when, who was it that went on TV and the guy was complaining about the child separation at the border? And the guy said, womp womp.
I read today about a 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about a did you say want want?
And the leftoid goes, how dare you? How absolutely dare you? It was like flashbacks.
Down syndrome
What I
being taken
said
from
is
her
you can
mother.
pick anything
How
you
dare
want
you?
up at the bottom. That is very
dare
clear.
you?
When you
How
cross
dare
the
you?
border
Dare you, sir?
illegally,
Flashbacks. I'm getting notes of Megyn Kelly. All of that interview had the same tempo as like, you've called.
That's Sandra Smith. That's not Megyn Kelly. I used to watch Fox a lot,
You do.
as you can tell, but I'm not a conservative and I'm also not a groiper.
Like,
I'm individual. I have my own Nietzschean philosophy or something. But this is just entertaining shit. What Piers has done.
dogs that had the same energy as. It's certainly a good thing that we don't have a president with the temperament like Donald Trump in charge, or whatever the thing was from Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, true.
Because you'd be in jail. How dare you? How absolutely dare you? That's like a deep cut. That's from 2018. Remember that? How absolutely dare you? He's really fucking a monster. He's a monster and he incinerated. Shut up, dude. How many? And he kept going on and on and on. Like, we get it. Hitler is bad. Thank you. That was like Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Because I did Tucker. And what did they say about that? When I did Tucker, everybody said, well, that was a softball. He didn't even ask him any tough questions. It was a love fest. And so Piers said, all right then, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take him down. And then I dropped the hammer. And now no one can say anything. I silenced them all. They're speechless. I shut them the fuck down.
They still Ben Shapiro. He's the guy who will take you down. Debate him.
That's what everybody said. Everybody after Tucker said, oh, well, that was easy. Tucker let him do that because Tucker's evil. Whatever. And then Piers said, I'll give you a proper examination. And then I went in and I was pissing on the walls. I was doing trick shots. I was doing somersaults. So, yeah, so I agree with you.
This is where Nick continued the show by zooming out to the bigger picture. He says this is...
Shut up. Where's his wife's drama?
Subscribe and...
This is 1 hour long. I'm not gonna watch this.
see,
This one.
Found his wife's Instagram. It's the most humiliating thing I've ever seen.
Unfiltered.
So, everybody hates Piers Morgan, and seemingly that includes his darling beloved wife. And we've been doing some examinations, we've been doing some analysis, exploring into his relationship with his wife, and found that there appears to be quite a bit amiss within what may seem like a very rosy relationship from the outside, at least if we take her social media posts, numerous columns, interviews, and other such things as indicative excuse me, sorry, as indicative questions. But despite his very good handling of the interview, Piers Morgan is nothing if not a world-class piece of shit. He is the scummiest of tabloid journalists. Just as a reminder for everybody, years ago now, he was found guilty in a court of law, an English court of law, of being aware of journalists underneath him at the Daily Mirror, which he was formerly the editor of at the time, of phone hacking, and this included hacking the phone of a dead person to try to find personal information and any kind of leaks that could be used for tabloid
What a
purposes.
scumbag. He should be skinned alive. The allegedly. Person like him.
Omid Scobie, co-author of Finding Freedom, an unofficial 2020 biography of Harry and Meghan, Prince Harry and Meghan, you don't have to like them to understand that this does not reflect well on Piers Morgan, gave evidence that Morgan was reassured
What you refer to as, they were commonly known as black fair, whether that attitude to African Americans in that
Not interested.
from Nick, not to glaze him too much or anything. Of course, Piers seems to think that he won this whole exchange with possibly the most pure, unfiltered cringe I've ever seen in my life. Because obviously, everyone was calling him a boomer. Boomer Piers, Boomer Morgan. He responds, memo to all groypers. When you call me a boomer, I take it as a massive compliment. I literally use the word boom constantly on here to celebrate everything from Arsenal goals to England wickets and Piers uncensored ratings. I'm a very proud boomer, accompanied by, of course, this gif of Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man saying, boom.
Tony Stark, Piers Morgan, same energy.
It has to be rage baiting.
Obviously, what we're...
That is out of line, actually. Family should be off limits. I'm in the arena. You want to call me a racist? I'm the one doing the show. My father's not a public figure. He's not political. So that's the only part that did bother me, because that is bullshit. And I won't get mad. You can attack me all you want. I don't care. But, you know, my father, leave him out of it. He's a civilian. And that was low. I mean, you should know better than that. You're on television.
True.
Got 1 million+ followers on Twitter. You're a major celebrity. You're naming a random private person, and he knows that he's inciting political attacks on my dad and my family and my parents' fucking livelihood. My parents have cancer. They're fucking sick.
Yeah, and as a result of all of that, he's now said that, you know, you want to come after my father and his livelihood, your whole family is fair game now. And in a game of tit for tat, sadly, that is how it's going to work, Piers. You are the one who felt low enough to actually take these tactics in the first place. So it's only fair if people come after you as well. Of course, I have already seen some people supposedly on Nick's side who have been disavowed going after his youngest daughter, which I don't think it's worth it to stoop that low. No. But the thing, and I also think the comments themselves were disgusting, but people fixated on one particular part of this interview and thought there has to be
Yeah, he just kept on going on about have you had sex? Have you seen
self-admitted racist?
For the fucking idiot.
I mean, honestly, like that's the complete reasonable response here. Like, what the hell are you doing here? What are we talking? Reasonable. I mean,
your blatant self-admitted racist. I'm actually more exercised about your blatant self-admitted racism.
I'm not sure. You're more impressed that I'm a misogynist than you are about anything. It's
not
very
really.
revealing.
I'm actually more exercised about your blatant self-admitted racism than I'm.
I mean, honestly, like that's the complete reasonable response here. Like, what the hell are you doing, Piers? What are we talking about? Why is Piers' main like he wants to drill down and interrogate? Do you watch the female members of your family put their tampons in? Do you carry tampons around? Tampons are amazing. They're delightful. They're incredible.
Oh, that's good.
Says Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
Right, like he's trying to make it out like it's just cool and normal. Like if he actually does, like obviously all he was doing there was reacting to Nick's bait. Nick baited him the whole way through there. But like if you do have a male friend who's like overtly kind of...
Wait a second, let me watch this. Two scumbags together.
Like, if he actually does, like, obviously, all he was doing there was reacting to Nick's bait. Nick bait...
He was a pioneer type, my father. You know, so... And he was great with little kids. Great. And he spent a lot of time with me when I was little, a lot. And It made a huge difference to me.
No wonder you fucked
Yeah,
up.
we found a clip. This is you actually interviewing your father several years ago. Let's take a look at this.
I remember driving home with you to Nathan a number of times and talking the whole time because you'd never stop asking questions.
Yeah, well,
Is he gonna cry again?
hasn't changed much. I think I remember mostly
What?
when I was
Double
little kid,
crying.
reading with you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna
Well,
say anything about Jordan Peterson's father, but just about Jordan Peterson and Piers Morgan. Both are scumbags.
great. That was so much fun.
This is a grown man. These.
I can see how moved you are, Jordan, understandably. Obviously,
Piers, you always make me cry when you.
you know, I knew you might get emotional about this. I wanted to leave it to the end. It just, when you brought it up, it was so. I found the obituary so powerful, and I said to my producer who found it, "This looks to me like Jordan wrote this," and we didn't know, and it's just so beautifully written. I mean, I also know that because you say at the start of it that he was a husband to Beverly Peterson, who predeceased him by only 5 months. So you've lost both your parents now.
Oh,
And,
poor guy's an orphan. He's crying here.
This demoralization, and it's part of fatherlessness, broadly speaking, and sometimes specifically. And I could see the pathway to rectifying that. Like, the pathway to rectifying that, as far as I've been able
He's
to
crying again.
understand, and I've understood this more deeply as the years have gone by, is that we're built for adventure, Pierce, and you take on adventure by taking on maximal responsibility, and that's the symbol of hoisting your cross voluntarily and trudging up the hill, right? And that's the symbol upon which our society is founded. And
Oh.
the adventure of life justifies its suffering, and it's maximized with maximal responsibility.
What the fuck
And
you
it's the
talking about,
most
old
exciting
man?
thing you can do, hands down. There's nothing that compares to it. That hands down.
What?
This thing that you can do, the most possible outcome, but it's also the most adventurous thing that you can do, the most exciting thing you can do, hands down. There's nothing that compares to it. That pathway of maximal responsibility.
At this point, a grocery list can make this dude cry. He's turned into full lobster. Where did he Japanese? God, I thought that screenshot was fake. Why is he red?
Voluntary responsibility and truth. And I understand that deeply at a religious level. I understand that that's the symbolic world on which our productive and peaceful culture was properly founded. And I've seen the effect of communicating that to people, thousands of people. And it's a great privilege to
Why is he
serve
crying?
role, but it's also overwhelming. I think it's
He's bearing the cross of entire Western civilization. That's why he's crying. He thinks that way. He thinks he's Jesus Christ. He's the biggest narcissist piece of shit here. Where is this? Statue of himself. 12 rules of life printed, just like 7 commandments. He thinks himself something as fucking retard. Speaking fee is around 200,000 US dollar to 300,000. The lower end. IQ score, he's 100 at max. Claims he scored 150. Fucking liar. What's Snoop Dogg's IQ? 147. Yeah, basically I can now understand. Jordan Peterson and Snoop Dogg are similar. Ladies and gentlemen, for 300,000, almost 4,000 pounds, you can have this. Tell me that's not a fucking cult. Where is he?
One of the things that made me, I was ill for quite a long time.
Yeah, we know.
And I think that that was part of the reason, just seeing this, like this malaise so deep. And it's also so easily addressed in a sense. You know, it's that paradoxical combination of depth of suffering and ease of rectification, you know, and I kind of understood what the conservatives have done wrong all along. You know, they tend to moralize in a finger wagging way. You know, you should do this, you should do that. And there's truth in that, you know, that imposition of mature structure on immature hedonism and disunion and disorientation. But it's much better to talk to young people about morality and truth as an adventure than as a moral burden, as something that enlightens and offers opportunity, which it absolutely 100%
He doesn't follow his own advice. He's a fucking liar, grifter, thief.
Had so many young men come to me. I don't know how many, but there's thousands.
I don't know how many. So many.
Who say, you know, I was completely disoriented and lost 5 years ago. You know,
I was lost when I started following him. I got lost even more. I found myself out when I started reading books about philosophers, existential philosophy. Then I got out of this lost hole. Everybody has same arc.
Putting my world in order a little bit, making my bed, you know, in that cliched way. At least it's a gesture in the right blood.
And making your bed is, everybody knows it. Everybody who has parents knows this stuff. He's just saying common and anecdotes again and again, repeating
trying
them.
To tell the truth, because now I understand that that's necessary. Trying to act responsible.
Shut up.
Like tampons and period business, and they like actually want to carry tampons just in case one of their female friends just happens to go on their period then and there. That guy's a creep.
Well, it reminds me of like a transgender when they come.
Every column that she writes about how awful he is to be around, how much she really. But people went like, this is a really weird thing to virtue signal about, pretending that periods and tampons aren't gross. Why would he think this? Why would he say this so proudly? And then people, well, you know, it's fair game. Let's look into his family life. Let's see what might be motivating all of this. And what do we find? Well, we find that he has a wife, Celia Walden, wife without his surname. Weird. And she does this thing where she just goes on and on in every interview, every social media post, every column that she writes about how awful he is to be around, how much she hates him, how much she prefers the company of other men, how much she wishes...
Literally any other man.
Yeah, literally gay men as well. Literally how much she wants younger men to come and sweep her off of her feet. Like, here's some examples. Piers Morgan wife, I wear the trousers. Celia Walden on Good Morning Britain star. Piers Morgan's life stories is back. When it comes to Piers' own personal life, his wife Celia says that she wears the trousers. What? Piers' wife Celia Walden has often spoken about life with the ITV Good Morning Britain star, Piers, before he got kicked off it, confessing she believes she wears the trousers. She responded to the question of whether she wore the trousers in their relationship, saying, "Oh yes, I think so. I think women are always quietly in charge. I just think it's best to let the men think that they are." No, Piers doesn't want to think that he's in charge. He desperately wants you to know that you're in charge because he's such a good husband. She took a 6-week sabbatical, apparently, from their marriage. And I know that this is all like tabloid dredging up shit, but this has been Piers' entire career. He is the lowest of the low scumbag. He tried...
Sorry, I went to...
So true.
I've never seen them in the same place together. Exactly. Yeah.
Like, what kind of creep does that? A guy who does that is the only kind of guy who's going to try to you or to virtue signal about. Pretending that periods and tampons aren't gross. Why would he think this? Why would he say this so proudly? And then people, well, you know, it's fair game. Let's look into his family life. Let's see what might be motivating all of this. And what do we find? Well, we find that he has a wife. Celia Walden, wife without his surname. Weird. And she does this thing where she just goes on and on in every interview, every social media post, every column that she writes about how awful he is to be around, how much she hates him, how much she prefers the company of other men, how much she wishes...
Literally any other man.
Yeah, literally gay men as well. Literally how much she wants younger men to come and sweep her off of her feet. Like, here's some examples. Piers Morgan, wife, I wear the trousers. Celia Walden on Good Morning Britain star. Piers Morgan's life story is back. When it comes to Piers' own personal life, his wife Celia says that she wears the trousers. Piers' wife Celia Walden has often spoken about life with the ITV Good Morning Britain star, Piers, before he got kicked off it, confessing she believes she wears the trousers. She responded to the question of whether she wore the trousers in their relationship, saying, "Oh yes, I think so. I think women are always quietly in charge. I just think it's best to let the men think that they are." No, Piers doesn't want to think that he's in charge. He desperately wants you to know that you're in charge because he's such a good husband. She took a 6-week sabbatical, apparently, from their marriage. And I know that this is all like tabloid dredging up shit, but this has been Piers' entire career. He is the lowest of the low scumbag. He tried to do
same with Jordan Peterson
on somebody who went into an interview with him on the basis of good faith, knowing, of course, that Piers was going to be the usual POS that he is, but still not expecting that he would dox his father and try to frame him as the founding reason why Nick is such a diabolical, feral Nazi.
Well, it's such a sinister thing to do because, as you say, he's using Nick's father to somehow use an example of relationships in Nick's life that made the monster.
Product of their environment. So I think so.
Nah, people are just how they are.
Examine Piers' own environment.
Well, exactly so.
And why it is...
explains...
Why it is that he... Yeah, why... What's the explanation? Why are you like this, Piers? Why are you just such a good man? Why do you just care so much about women's rights? Clearly it's for the sake of your wife, who hates you. And who can blame her? Piers admitted that Celia has forgotten their anniversary every single year since they tied the knot in 2010. Speaking on ITV's Lorraine, he revealed she's forgotten it for 9 consecutive years. It's just like I'm not in her airspace at all. That's the thing that the woman should be worrying about. Like, that's not the thing that you should be worried about. It should be the man forgetting the anniversary. Have you not watched sitcoms from the 60s, Piers? Good God. And here's a photo of him being posted all over social media at the time, of him vacuuming the place after he got fired from Good Morning Britain. And, you know, it's like, it's one of these things, right, where 1 or 2 of these things by themselves, because I've got more examples, 1 or 2 of these things by themselves, oh, it's just a little bit of a playful thing, they're both public figures, let's have some fun in the public eye. It's literally any time she mentions him, the entire discussion that she has about him in the public sphere is just, I hate you, you're old, you're gross, you don't fulfill me, you need to be my bitch. Like, once or twice I'd be like, Good one, honey. That's quite good. But it's every time
God, this woman is ugly.
about me in public, I go, listen.
This guy too. This guy looks like a fucking, I don't know, orangutan or something.
Problem here. But Piers Morgan, apparently, he absolutely
He did that too. Look, he's also picking up his
But
nose.
Piers Morgan,
Look.
apparently, he
Why? What's wrong with people? Look.
in public, I go, listen, we got a problem here. But Piers Morgan,
Yeah.
apparently, he absolutely
He does
we
it.
got a problem here.
Why?
Piers Morgan, apparently, he absolutely
What's wrong with people?
loves the humiliation.
And look at the cup.
Piers Morgan, apparently, he absolutely loves the
Who drinks from such a cup? A cuck.
humiliation that I think he's into it. He loves the humiliation that she foists on him every single day. I mean,
True.
she's outright like, this is the stuff that she posts on her Instagram, where here's me with Lenny Kravitz desperately wanting to have sex with him. Here's me with
Really?
with Lenny Kravitz.
Oh shit, man, that's true.
desperately
Piers,
wanting
poor
to have
Piers Morgan, poor guy,
him.
poor scumbag.
Me with some random gay man, yes, but I just ever so prefer putting my hands all over him than I do you, Piers, even though he's gay. Still prefer it. Here's me taking a cheeky undercarriage shot of another man's arse as he washes my car. Good job it's not you, Piers, or I might vomit. Here's me posting like I'm a literal prostitute next to
Wanted
the
pool
pool.
boy.
Please, anybody other than my husband, come and have sex with me.
No experience needed. Jesus Christ, man. This is real? Holy shit. It's something out of a comedy.
Applications now open.
And she's not even that hot, is she? No, she's not that hot.
It's like again, once or twice, it's just a little joke.
Celia Walden. Let's see how old she. Celia Walden. She must be fighting now. Good God, she's ugly. She's not that pretty. Piers is tolerating all this for her? Right? Get some standards, Piers. She looks like a teacher in school who's bitchy or something. That's what she looks like.
Assault and murder.
Yeah, this feels. This is just like over and over and over again. Here we go again. Here's what she says about him in interviews. Being married to him is one very long eye roll. What most people don't realize is that he's usually very quiet at home because he's exhausted himself in whatever interview he's doing. This is after his immediate exit from Good Morning Britain. This is the only reason I'm sad about him leaving Good Morning Britain. So the idea that she has to talk to him now. Well, that and the fact that I wake up and there he is staring back at me morning after morning. You must have done something horrible in a past life to deserve that, Celia, because that does sound like a personal kind of hell. She then explains how they met one another, and it really does just sound like he wore her down with enough persistence, and she just got taken in by the glamour of the whole thing. She said, I had a friend who had a crush on Piers, and I told her she was mad, but we arranged to meet for an interview. I assume he was interviewing her. And Piers managed to string it out over the course of about 4 different meetings. He kept saying, yeah, there are a few things I didn't quite get, and each of these meetings ended up in us having more and more alcohol, so he just kept tried to get you drunk enough to like him, until eventually he declared his real motivations and said, the thing is, you tick every single one of my boxes. And I said, that's weird, because you don't tick any of mine.
It's the fact she's gone to the press about.
Jesus Christ. So he used alcohol to get women, which is basically frowned upon. You don't get... It's... Never drink and drive, and never drink and do stuff with women. 2 rules for life, for any man. because both can ruin your life. If you're drinking and driving, you hit somebody, your life is ruined, or you can ruin yourself by an accident. If you're drinking and doing stuff with women and you've forgotten what's happened, your life is ruined again because reasons. You understand that. I'm not going into this fucking red pill alpha male shit or even groiper shit. This drama is too interesting, too entertaining to fucking ignore.
Well, she's a columnist. She's a columnist, and this is like her main subject that she talks about is how much she hates her husband.
Wow.
Piers Morgan after the bomb while giving she laughed at his discomfort.
Piers Morgan reveals he met his wife Celia Walden after he bombed while giving a speech, and she laughed at his discomfort. Great start. Great start. Many a magical moment after that, I'm sure. And there's just a collection, like this is her most recent Instagram post. This guy is gay, but again, like most of the
huge oh my
that she posts are not of Piers. Here's her saying, "Oh, I'm a loose woman." Here's me about to get railroaded by a bunch of Navy SEALs. Here's me thirsting over a much younger man. Please, anybody sleep with me. Here's me cucking my husband. Every post that has to do with Piers.
See one piece now I threatening to divorce him purely put into humiliation ritual my husband. Holy fucking hell.
Humiliating him.
What do you even do in this situation,
saying
man?
Things like, oh, he needs to read this or I'll divorce him. Here's me posing topless in a newspaper spread.
A divorce would be less embarrassing.
At this point,
tremendously less embarrassing.
I think she, I mean, it seems like for the past however long they've been married, she's just been slowly, inch by inch, digging a 6-foot hole to bury him in. Here she is, like, here's my husband, he's an absolute arse. Here I am calling him a massive blowhard. He's literally the devil. I agree with you on that one. Here I am with Rob What's-his-face, handsome Hollywood actor. God, I wish I was married to him instead. Here I am with random black man. I'll take literally anything over Piers.
Why is he obsessing about the guy's random black man?
Here I am with another handsome actor. Please, anybody take me. Here he is in the literal sewage where he belongs. Like, Jesus Christ. Here he is standing in front of this sign. The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it. Resist it and your soul grows sick. This is her, like, stand in front of this sign to let everybody know that I'm cucking you, Piers. Giving smiling interviews about why they took the marriage sabbatical. Her saying that he's a feminist on public television. Her laying in bed with another gay man, yes, but still she's very eager to lay in bed with other men by the looks of it, by her social media. Her saying that she was on Ashley Madison for research purposes. It was for journalistic research purposes.
What's that?
And then saying why we all need a better...
Just so somebody was. Oh, fucking hell. This just keeps getting worse. Oh, we were playing Khazan. Sorry.
Attention other than my husband. That's what I'm after, says Piers Morgan's wife. So, if we're to look into the environment of Piers Morgan and try and examine why he would say such ridiculous things like tampons and periods aren't gross, why he is such a cuck for all of the women around him, I think it's because, frankly, I can only assume speculation.
Yeah, we get it. Fuck off.
My stomach.
Okay, let's play Khazan. Enough of the drama. He did warn us that he's a very difficult enemy. What the fuck was this? L2 plus triangle is skill, right? R1 plus triangle. Shadow strike. Chain. This one looks good. This one is good also. I'm going to need this. After this I'll put my points here or here. What's this passive one? Oh, it's Jordan Peterson. It's Jordan Peterson. Look at this one. I'm not doing this. Sorry. This retired joke. These aren't even funny anymore because jokes are out of love or something. When you parody somebody like Norm MacDonald said, it's out of love or something. But when you start doing it because you hate somebody, then it's not really a parody. It's basically a I destroyed a soul stone. Is it good or bad? No idea. Okay, let's move forward. Acquire Spear of Inner Turmoil. Wow, I didn't parry a single attack. Fucking hell, that destroyed my flow. Piers Morgan shit. Anyway, don't be like him, guys. Take take a lesson from other people's mistakes. There's a saying, stupid people never learn. Intelligent people learn from mistake. And super intelligent people learn from other people's mistakes. Bad is still here. Hey bro. I got a new lens, right? 172. Willpower proficiency. No. Fucking hell. Most retarded way to die. Deal with the bat again. Why? It's like Lords of the Fallen all over. He keeps Lords of the Fallen and player used to follow all over. Why am I so angry? Because I watched Jordan Peterson videos. That's why. I've died multiple times here. I'm not going to die again. Sorry. No need to. What the fuck? Where? What do I do here now? Where do I go? Oh, there. Just be aggressive, fuck parrying. After playing which game was it? Lies of P, my parry timing have been all over the place. Not a single parry was successful. Not a single parry was successful. Why? How? To kill them now? He had full health. Did he poison? I come in 1 minute. Okay, let's go. I'm not gonna fight the bat again and again. I've already killed him once. I need to practice parries. Was it here I died? What is this game's loot system? It just keeps giving me same weapon again and again, like Diablo. People say Diablo has it. I've never played it, but Neo also has similar structure. Keeps giving me same weapon again and again with better stats. Is that the bat? Yeah. Pilgrim score. How do I look at it? I'm playing it mostly blindly so that I don't know what will come next. But because if I know a game what will happen next, like Lies of P, then I lose a bit interest. Does it open now? Khazan is so strong he could have just broken the door, but nope. They had to make this elaborate structure. That's so clear on PS5 Pro. Wow. What happens if I put on arachnophobia mode on? Then what will the spiders be replaced from? Do I have some other set? No, mine is best. These ones are alright. But mine is best. I look like Gilgamesh. I even have spears. I even have spears, just like Gilgamesh. I can throw them. I can use them. Spear of Thermal, one more, look. 76. Mine is better. Fuck, yuck. When will this stage end? I hate this. When will we reach Pavel? Dr. Pavel. Fucking hell. How did I forget this?
Dr. Pavel, from CIA. You don't get to bring friends. And why would I want them? Me. Get them on board, I'll call...
Oh my god, just look at the pose.
Dr. Pavel, from CIA. He wasn't alone. You don't get to bring... From CIA. He wasn't alone. You don't get to bring friends.
Aidan Gillen, thank you so much for joining us. Lovely to see you. And congratulations on a terrific film, which is shocking and clever and wrong-foots you at every turn. Every time I was expecting it to be like something, it completely turned out to be something else. Is that what attracted you to it?
Well, I was attracted to a number of... Dr. Pavel, from CIA.
Where is the pose?
Friends. And why would I want them? Me. Get them on board, I'll call it in.
The flight plan I just filed with the agency, this is me, my man, Dr. Pavel here, but only one of you, first one to talk, gets to stay on my aircraft. Who paid you? Where's Dr. Pavel? He didn't fly so good. Who wants to try next? Tell me about Bane. Why does he wear the mask? A lot of loyalty for a hired gun. At least you can talk. Who are you? If I pull that off, will you die? You're a big guy. Was getting caught part of your plan?
It never stops being funny. Okay, let's play. Was getting caught part of people? No! Wait a second.
Dr. Pavel. Of God. Sir, now on to the next step of your master plan. Part of your plan? Well, congratulations. You got yourself caught. Sir, now on to the next step of your master plan.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
If I pull that off, will you die?
It would be extremely painful.
You're a big guy.
For you.
Oh my god.
Was getting caught part of your plan?
Of course.
Of course.
Dr. Pavel refused our offer in favor of yours. We have to find out what he told you.
Nothing. I said nothing.
This is Khazan.
Congratulations! You got yourself caught. Sir, now on to the next step of your master plan.
Crashing destroyed. With no survivors.
It's done. Truly a masterpiece. Bravo, Nolan. Bravo. Was getting killed part of a plan? Of course! Oh, fucking hell. It's here right now. Crashing this. Oh my god, where it is. Why are what things here? Was getting caught part of a plan? Of course! Crashing this plane with no survivors. There are a lot of people have died here. How the fuck am I supposed to?
Worse. This is bad. We must complete our mission.
Okay. That's the poison swamp. Fucking hell, they keep dropping me off this cliff. Khazan has fallen. Am I poisoned or something? What the fuck? Plague? Oh, I'm not taking this shit. I'm back to where I started. another.
They won't be crawling around in here now.
No, thank you. Battle is over. Even the way he drinks antidote is so badass. Like, whoosh. Fucking cool. Now what do I do here? How did he die? Let's just... yeah.
On my face, boy. See this bat? This is actually a very, very strong enemy. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna hit him once. See, this is a plague. If you have a plague, they're gonna do a lot of damage.
Okay.
And we don't need none of that. Oh, whoa, 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 buddy. Look. Just in case, eh? We're good.
What did he use?
Just in case, eh? We're good. Stop it. No, I want to spare your life, but apparently you love to die. From here, we're gonna go a little bit to the left. You can see our buddy here. Same thing. Come down really quick. Another guy gonna pop up here. Bunch of enemies popping off.
And plague is having no effect on him.
Let's go back a little bit. Back a little bit. We don't want to fall down. Can I die? Thank you. There's a chest above us here, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that. But damn, these chains. So cool. Grab the chests. Until this point, we didn't.
Then go up. What was he saying?
Doing God, which is basically the perfect God. We're gonna show it to you right here. Let's let this spider hit me at least once. Just me. Come on, dude. See, now my weapon is on fire. That's because of the fallen set that we're using. Really quick. Especially on, of course, bigger targets, which we're gonna encounter.
What is that too?
Now let's go down. From good. The Pilgrim Scroll.
I also have it. I also have Pilgrim Scroll.
And that is there. There's the Pilgrim Scroll.
Okay. And there you
open your
open.
shortcut, and of course make sure to
Subscribe to
rest.
me also.
You take that, Eddie? Yes, we did. We need a little bit of spirits. Because we're gonna fight an elite monster, which is the bats. We're gonna fight a dude over here. This guy. This guy gonna roll on you, so just wait a little bit. Don't live his life. And that works too. Almost died as well. Grab the poison deception. Corruption search in English. Over here.
I did that.
Back. Very good. Funny. So, brothers, Elite Musa, he actually pushed me over the ledge and I died. So what are you gonna do to this guy? We're gonna buff up. We're gonna buff up and we're gonna hit him.
I killed him
Once. He staggered a little bit. For us time to come back. We put him in the ledge. Put him the hard way. I just died from him. He actually pushed me down to the ledge. Killed me, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. Make sure to take him down, of course. The hunt scroll, as I always say, sometimes they can drop it, sometimes they do not. So it's okay, either way. Let's drop down here. Open the chest.
Did I get the chest? Yeah, I did.
See these Slayer leggings that we got? The Slayer armor set is going to be very useful in this area. So if you cannot find it, like the poison really annoying, you can actually swap to the Slayer. Let me just show you real quick while I'm talking. See this Slayer? If you have 3 pieces, you have poison resist 250.
504.
Don't find it hard because we're going to reach a swamp area. Because we're going to reach a swamp area. There you go. And the hand scroll should be so still. Hey, this guy. I hate you. You don't, I don't hate you. From here, watch out, you can see this dude. Can hit him once. And when you reach this area, why didn't it appear for me? Could be a bunch of enemies dropping on us right now. There you go. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Oh my, holy brothers. Brothers. As you can see, bro. Such a good ability in this place. Grab the poison spit fuel. Come on, my guy.
Where do I have to go? Just show me that.
Wait, are you ready? There's going to be a spider here trying to roll us and make us fall, so we're going to go back up a little bit. Sit.
Okay. Basically here. No, here. Fucking hell, I forgot already. The spider damages me always. The stench is getting worse. That all works here. Okay, the water was poison. Okay, now I get it. Where did he go then?
The poison spit fuel. Oh my. There you go. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Oh my, holy bullets. Dodge. Come on, my guy. Why are you not running? Wait, are you running?
Here.
There's gonna be a
in between. Okay. You guys must be thinking, why not watch just human stream? Come on, man, you won't get experience like mine anywhere. That's why it's better to watch my stream than anyone else. Here we have to go right. Yeah, there will be a spider. I hate your kind. Fucking hell. Is this a new boss? Okay. It won't be that hard now. I know the way properly. Fucking hell, the stage, I don't like these kind of stages. I didn't like them in Elden Ring, I didn't like them in any other game. Look, I went another way. This waste my money here. Okay, so I've cleared this room. I went downstairs. Cleared this room like a good boy. There's something downstairs. Can we? Oh, finally that stage is over. Look at the stage. This is such a fucking filthy stage. What are they copying from Soft now? Of course they are, but they don't need to copy everything. No. Shut up, you stupid bitch! You stupid spider! Oh, they have frenzy now. I can't break frenzy meter half range in poison. Come on. Who the fuck designed this stage? Let's just copy Miyazaki. Throw in frenzy for some good measure. Okay, that's it. know, surrounding. I am entering frenzy. Fucking hell, mate. And I have to defeat him some way or another. What a wonderful stage. Even character is like fucking tired with his shoulders down and walking. Keep doing this to me. Yeah, nobody likes you. Yeah, I killed your mom. Who do you think you are? Fucking hell. There was some fight. Now what? Where do I have to go now? I've reached this stage really difficultly and now I don't wanna die.
Not enough. Still a long way to go.
Not enough, still a long way to go. This game is getting brutal now. I really dislike this stage. Even more than that one. I like that stage, but Yibaba said, what was his name? That pet monster which became feral. I just couldn't figure out a shortcut. My only complaint was the run backs. I'm not gonna go down there. If I go down there, how will I come up? Blacksmith Union permit. Maybe it was worth it. I'm not sure.
stench of those otherworldly beings. It's coming from there.
Okay. Let's hope it's not the poison boss. And it will. Oh, you were behind me? I never even saw you. Look at my armor, it's so fucking cool. Another spider. I'm not that bitch. I was looking for my charger. Let's summon help. Yeah, of course I will take help. Any help I can use. Khazan has fallen. Oh my goodness. What's even the point of summoning him? I come in 1 minute. Okay, let's go. just refreshes after I go for the kill. Her health bar is huge. I'll try again a bit later. My focus isn't all there right now. See ya in some time. 1 hour, maybe 2 hours max.